Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com. I did film like 2 minutes of live video before the security ran me out of Globe Life Park here in Arlington and messed up the entire video. So apologies for that. Kind of threw me off track, so I had to come outside to do this video. But anyway, I'm gonna run through some of the guys I saw today at IMG Academy, Duncanville, one of the top high school games in the country. JJ McCarthy, man, so impressive today. He's had a little bit of an up and down season at IMG, and I've talked about how some of that has to do with chemistry and just timing with his wide receivers. Today he was on point despite playing through a sprained ankle. He had a beautiful 61-yard touchdown pass to kind of open the game. He threw another touchdown pass on a slant where he threw an absolute missile to give IMG a 17-7 lead. In the second half, I thought he threw his best ball. If you go back and look at my Twitter page at EJ_Holland_TW, you'll see a video of it. I mean, he absolutely slings the ball, puts it on the money, makes a very difficult throw in between the safeties. And so JJ, despite having that ankle injury, put a lot of velocity on his throw. He still had, showed his elite arm talent. The only thing I didn't get to see from JJ today was making his plays that he usually makes with his legs. But even though, you took away an element that makes JJ McCarthy special, he still had a tremendous performance to come out to Texas, play against a Duncanville team that usually has an extremely strong defense, and to have that type of performance on basically one leg. And even his teammates after the game were like, yeah, JJ said it was a sprained ankle, but it looked a little worse than that, and he toughed it out because he wanted to play on this national stage. So it wouldn't be surprising if JJ, misses a game or two moving forward. Obviously, it's not a super serious injury, but it is, an ankle sprain. I don't know the severity of it, but I mean, he battled through it, and that just shows what type of kid he is. And I've always said that about JJ. He's willing to battle through injuries. His teammates absolutely love him. He's a tremendous leader. There aren't enough great things to say about JJ, and so I'm really excited about him as a player. I'm really happy that he came out to Texas and showed that he's definitely one of the top quarterbacks in the country, that he should be in 5-star consideration. I mean, JJ has all the talent. Yeah, he'll make some mistakes here and there. He'll make some wild throws. He'll try to make a play. He threw a jump ball to his receiver that easily could have been picked, but he gave his receiver a chance to turn into a 58-yard gain and a field goal. So JJ plays, a little like Johnny Manziel, but he makes it work. And I've compared JJ to Johnny, minus the off-the-field issues, and I'm comparing him to the Heisman Trophy winner and one of the most exciting quarterbacks in college football history. So I think that JJ can live up to those expectations. I know a lot of people look at him as kind of the savior for Michigan, and I really do feel like JJ is more than capable of handling that type of pressure, more than capable of brushing that to the side and staying focused on his team and what he does best. So absolutely love JJ McCarthy. Again, he had a great game today, so really happy to see that from him. Obviously another Michigan commit in action today in IMG Academy Center, Greg Krippen. I've talked a lot about Krippen. My opinion hasn't really changed on him too much right now. The things I like about Krippen is he's technically sound, doesn't have any bad snaps. He has a high floor in a sense. I don't necessarily like his length. He doesn't have a lot of length, which is why he's an interior guy, but he has shaped up his body so he looks a little bigger, he looks a little stronger. I thought some of the Duncanville defensive linemen did overpower him at times. I don't like how he doesn't finish blocks. He needs to latch onto people, drive them. 2 games that I've seen him, no pancakes. Just being more nasty, having more of a nasty, tough attitude, which is what you need in an offensive lineman. Last cycle I thought Warner found those really mean kids up front. Zach Zinter, Jeff Percy, Reese Atterbury, all played with a really nasty, mean streak. They were all nice kids off the field, but were extremely mean on the field. I don't see that from Greg Krippen. The heat bothered him. He got a little tired, lackadaisical late in the game. So I know Krippen's rated as a Rivals 250 guy. I would say he's more of a mid 3-star prospect is probably what I would have him rated, but he's not a bad player. He's just kind of, I feel like he could be a starter down the line at Michigan and kind of get in the rotation along the offensive line. Targets that impressed me, there were obviously a ton of underclassmen for both IMG and Duncanville. Just really the guy, quickly with the guys that impressed me, if I talk about all of them, we'll be here all night and I need to get to the airport to pick up my wife. But really quick, Nick James, I've talked about him a lot. He's only a 3-star prospect, true defensive tackle. Absolutely love him. I saw another true defensive tackle that Michigan offered during my Texas swing this week in Jaden Scarlett, and Nick James is a superior prospect. I do love what Nick brings to the table. Not only does he have a true defensive tackle build, he's about 6'2", 270 right now. He actually has pretty good length. He plays with power. He's extremely disruptive. He's aggressive. He's not a guy that's going to take plays off despite his size. He has a really good motor. I think Nick James is easily a 4-star prospect, so he's one of the more underrated kids that I've seen all season long. But probably my favorite defensive tackle prospect that Michigan's recruiting, other than Alex Van Sumeren, who's already committed. 5-star safety Kamari Wilson was really good today, made a couple of big hits. He's a downfield striker, aggressive playmaker. He has early interest in Michigan. He actually had a lot of good things to say about the Wolverines, which I'll have up over at thewolverine.com over the next 24 to 48 hours. But he had a really good game. Tyler Booker, we've talked about him as a monster target. He's a 4-star offensive lineman. I think he should easily be a Rivals 250 prospect. He's a guy that I think can be an elite offensive tackle or an elite defensive tackle. Just a great two-way guy. On the Duncanville side, Omari Abor is a name you guys probably have never heard of, but Michigan offered him extremely early. They're actively recruiting him. He's a big, long, strong defensive end. He made a lot of plays in the trenches today. I was really impressed with him out of the kids that Michigan's recruiting at Duncanville. Even though it was a really bad loss for Duncanville, he definitely caught my attention and proved to be one of those elite prospects on the field. So that's all I got, guys. I'll have more over at thewolverine.com. Sorry about the first live that got thrown in disarray by the security guards. But I appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed to thewolverine.com, you can subscribe now. Use promo code BLUE60, get 60 days free. You'll get all my in-depth thoughts from the road. Like I said, I made a swing here through Texas. I saw Michigan commit Tavier Dunlap yesterday. Obviously, a ton of targets out here at IMG Duncanville. So make sure to subscribe now, and you'll get all the insider information and thoughts from the road. Okay. I'm trying to exit.